Chosen one, pause for a moment and listen with intention. You are not here by chance, and you are not late. What you have sensed beneath the surface, an insistence, a pull, a quiet pressure to stop being silent, deserves your full attention. The message is simple but decisive. Use your voice, not to impress people, not to argue, not to fill space, but to align with what has already been placed in your spirit. What you carry is not vague. It is a set of clear requests, honest questions, and steady declarations that need to be spoken so they can be acted on. This is not about volume or performance. It is about clarity, timing, and responsibility for the direction of your life. Your words will not replace effort. They will focus it. Your words will not make you immune to challenges. They will prepare you to meet those challenges with purpose. You have waited, hoped, and thought deeply about your next steps. Now your next steps require sound. The reminder is direct. Speak. Not everything at once, not to everyone, and not for attention. Speak what you believe, what you are asking for, and what you are committed to doing. Speak with gratitude for what has been preserved, provided, and protected. Speak the questions that have stayed locked inside because you feared they were too bold to say out loud. Speak the requests that match the work you are ready to do. You are not being asked to manufacture outcomes. You are being asked to state your terms of engagement with your own life. There is a window in front of you. It is short on the calendar but long in impact, and it begins the moment you decide to stop postponing your voice. Over the next 3 days, choose a simple structure that keeps you from drifting. Day 1 is dedicated to gratitude. Day 2 is for honest requests and precise declarations. Day 3 returns to thanks, not because everything will instantly change, but because you will have changed the posture of your heart and the direction of your focus. This rhythm is not magic. It is discipline. It orders your thoughts. It quiets the scramble of second-guessing. It creates a record you can revisit and measure against real progress. On the first day, keep it straightforward. Say what you are thankful for without theatrics. If your list feels small, say the small things. If your list is long, don't rush it. Gratitude clears mental clutter. It moves you from vague worry into grounded perspective. Thank God for the breath in your lungs, the work you have, the mentors you have met, the mistakes that did not ruin you, the ideas you still have, the protection you did not see but benefited from anyway. Thank God for closed doors that later proved to be mercy. Thank God for the patience to wait and the strength to still be standing. Speak these things out loud in plain language. You are not auditioning. You are aligning. On the second day, choose precision. You do not need to impress anyone with complex sentences. You need to be specific. If you want health to improve, say so and name the area. If you want financial relief, state the number and the deadline you are working toward. If you want reconciliation, name the relationship and the outcome you are ready to pursue with humility and boundaries. If you want direction, ask for it without bargaining. If you want open doors, describe the kind of door you mean. The industry, the role, the scope, the season. Pair each request with a commitment from you. I will follow through on treatment. I will create a budget and stick to it. I will apologize without excuses. I will apply to 3 places that match my values. I will listen before I answer. Declarations work best when they reflect a partnership. What you are asking for and what you will do when the door opens. On the 3rd day, close the loop with thanks again. Thank God for hearing without delay. Thank God for the guidance you received through a conversation, a sentence in a book, a line in your notes, a quiet nudge that clarified the next right action. Thank God for the chance to correct what you can and release what you cannot control. Gratitude on the first day clears the ground. Gratitude on the 3rd day seals the work and keeps you from drifting back into doubt the moment you finish speaking. This approach is not loud. It is not for show. It is steady. It keeps you out of arguments. It keeps you from oversharing plans with people who have not earned access to your process. You do not have to broadcast every step to prove you are active. You only need to be faithful with the steps you have. Talk less where opinions multiply and talk clearly where decisions are made. Your voice is not a toy, it is a tool. Use it where it moves outcomes forward and avoid using it where it drains energy. There is a reason this window is brief. Focus fades when there is no deadline. A defined span of days helps you choose, write, speak, and act. If you miss a day, do not collapse into guilt. Return to the structure and continue. If you do it early in the morning, you set the tone. If you do it in the evening, you close the day with intention. Pick a time and guard it like an appointment. Remove the extra. Put your phone on silent. Sit upright. Put your feet on the ground. Speak clearly enough to hear yourself. You are not trying to impress heaven. You are training yourself to be consistent. What you say shapes what you notice. After you begin, expect to see alignment in small places first. An email that arrives when you are ready to write it off. A person who mentions an opportunity that matches what you described. A bill that is adjusted. A diagnosis that clarifies a plan. A meeting that turns into a door. A step that felt heavy last week but feels possible now. None of this is an accident. It is the natural result of attention, clarity, and follow-through. Keep record of it. Write down what you said, when you said it, and what happened. You are building a track of cause and effect you can learn from. Do not confuse quiet with weakness. You do not have to defend your expectations to critics. You do not owe explanations to people committed to misunderstanding you. Restraint is not passivity. It is placement. You are placing your voice where it belongs. In prayer, in planning, in decisive conversations, and in training your mind to agree with what you are working toward. Silence in the wrong places is costly. Silence in the right places is wisdom. Learn the difference. This 3-day practice will help you. You may worry that saying what you want is presumptuous. It is not. It is accountability. If you name nothing, you will drift into everything. If you name what you are after, you can steward it. You are not dictating terms to God. You are cooperating with the strength He already gave you. You can ask for restoration and also do the work of therapy. You can ask for provision and also learn the skills that expand your capacity. You can ask for healthy relationships and also practice honesty, boundaries, and repair. Your voice is not a shortcut. It is a start. Consider your environment. Create a small space that becomes your speaking place during these days. A chair by a window, a desk with one notebook and one pen, a corner of a room with a simple list taped to the wall. Keep it uncluttered. Keep it consistent. If you share your home, communicate the time you need and honor it. If you cannot find a quiet room, put on a pair of simple headphones without music and let the physical cue help your brain settle. You are building a habit that will serve you beyond these days. Expect resistance. Not everything that pushes back is a sign to stop. Sometimes you will feel tired right when it is time to speak. Sometimes your schedule will stack up. Sometimes a conversation will drain your patience. When that happens, keep your words short and clear. Thank you for keeping me today. I need wisdom for this decision. I am asking for provision to meet this bill. I choose peace instead of reacting. The point is not to perform a perfect script. The point is to remain engaged, guard your audience. There are people who will encourage you to continue, and there are people who will ask you to justify your hope. Choose wisely. Share progress with those who can hold it without envy or sabotage. Offer general answers to those who want gossip. You do not have to hide your life, but you do not have to expose it to constant commentary either. When an opportunity appears, take the next step. Then speak about it when action is already underway. Evidence answers better than explanations. Do practical work alongside your words. If you are praying for employment, update your resume and send it. If you are praying for health, schedule the appointment and follow the plan. If you are praying for financial order, list every expense, every debt, and every date, and create a clear plan you can track weekly. If you are praying for reconciliation, start with your part. Tell the truth, own what is yours, and respect boundaries. This is not busy work. It is alignment. Speaking without structure creates frustration. Structure without speaking grows stale. Together, they build momentum. Measure your outcomes weekly. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. What did I say? What did I do? And what changed? If nothing changed yet, what will I adjust? More detail? More consistency? Better timing? A different request? Real growth requires revision. You are not failing if you refine your approach. You are learning in real time. Keep your language clean. Avoid curses aimed at yourself. Replace "I always mess this up" with "I am learning to do this well." Replace "Nothing works out for me" with "I am consistent," and consistency compounds. Replace "I can't afford this" with "I will plan, save, and prioritize." This is not denial. It is direction. Your mind follows your words. Give it a map you can actually use. If you are dealing with grief, do not pretend you are not. Speak honestly. "I am hurting, and I still choose to heal." If you are dealing with fear, say so. "I feel afraid, and I will act anyway with wisdom." If you are dealing with anger, own it and set it down. "I feel angry, and I will not let it steer me." You are not punished for telling the truth. You are freed by it. Spoken truth clears the fog. Spoken hope sets the path. Understand the difference between secrecy and privacy. Secrecy hides to avoid accountability. Privacy guards to protect focus. You are building a private discipline that will produce public evidence. When the evidence appears, it will speak. You will not need to argue with detractors. Results end debates. Let that be enough. Some blessings will arrive quietly. Do not miss them because you expected fireworks. Relief on a bill is still provision. A smaller symptom is still healing. A calm conversation is still progress. A mentor's reply is still a door. Treat small outcomes with respect. What you honor grows. When you encounter a closed door, do not declare defeat with your mouth. Say, "Not this way," and look for the next opening. Redirection is protection more often than it is punishment. Your words keep you from locking yourself into a dead end. Your words remind you to pivot without losing pace. Keep your requests proportionate to your responsibilities. If you are asking for leadership, ask also for humility. If you are asking for reach, ask also for integrity. If you are asking for wealth, ask also for wisdom to manage it. This balance is not meant to limit you. It is meant to keep your blessings from becoming burdens. During these days, step away from the habit of doom scrolling and unfiltered commentary. Replace it with 10 minutes of reading that strengthens your mind, 10 minutes of writing that clarifies your next move, and 10 minutes of stillness before you speak. You will be amazed how much room appears when you stop filling it with noise. If you feel unqualified, remember that qualification grows in the doing. Say, "I am becoming the kind of person who can carry this well." And then do one thing that proves it. Keep proof small and steady. Send the email. Prepare the outline. Study the chapter. Walk the block. Drink the water. Make the call. Speak, then act, then repeat. You are not bargaining with heaven. You are not buying blessings with syllables. You are building agreement between your faith and your focus. You are refusing to let fear be your editor. You are refusing to let shame be your narrator. You are refusing to let delay be your identity. You are speaking as a person who understands stewardship of time, of health, of relationships, of money, of attention, of words. As you continue, expect your circle to refine. Some people will cheer, some people will become quiet. Some will test your boundaries, trying to drag you back into old patterns of complaining or passive waiting. Hold your line kindly. I'm not discussing that. I'm working a plan. I'll share results when they land. You do not owe drama. You owe discipline to your calling. If you need a single sentence to anchor you each day, use this. I will say what I believe, ask for what I need, and do the next right thing in front of me. Simple is sustainable. Sustainable beats intense and short-lived. You do not have to conquer the year in 3 days. You only have to begin the year's change with 3 disciplined days and keep going. Do not confuse expectation with entitlement. Expectation says, I believe good will come as I align and act. Entitlement says, I deserve good without alignment or action. Expectation matures you. Entitlement hollows you. Choose the posture that builds resilience. When you feel nothing, speak anyway. When you feel everything, slow down and keep your words measured. Feeling is a signal, not a driver. Let truth drive. Let purpose navigate. Let discipline keep the pace. Your voice is part of that discipline now. You have asked for a sign many times. The sign is your own willingness to stop postponing what you already know to do. The sign is your decision to put your hand to the work and your words to the air. The sign is the small outcome that arrives right after you do what you were avoiding. Do not look past what is already in your hand. Over these days, close each session with a short, steady seal. Thank you for hearing me. I will do my part. I trust you with what I cannot do. That is not formula. It is alignment. It keeps you from trying to control outcomes you cannot control and from ignoring actions you must take. You are not here to impress anyone with speeches. You are here to live with intention and to let your speech support that intention. This is calmer than the noise around you. It is also stronger. Noise burns fast. Intention lasts. You have survived too much to waste the next season on random effort and unsaid truth. So, begin. Today, speak your thanks with a clear voice. Tomorrow, state your requests and your commitments with precision. The day after, seal it with gratitude again. Keep notes. Take steps. Notice alignment. Adjust without drama. Protect your focus. Guard your peace. Refuse careless talk. Share results when they are real. This is not a sprint. It is the start of sustained change. Chosen one, your voice matters. Use it to build, not to break. Use it to align, not to impress. Use it to set your life in order, not to chase the approval of people who cannot carry your calling. You have waited long enough. You have learned enough. You are ready enough. Speak, and then walk in the direction your words have made clear. Part 2 will pick up from here and move into practical templates for your 3-day cadence. Examples of concise declarations for health, provision, reconciliation, guidance, and work, along with simple checkpoints to keep your process honest and measurable. Let's pick up exactly where we left off, moving from principle to practice. You've set the 3-day cadence in motion. Gratitude. Clear requests with commitments. Gratitude again. Now we'll turn that into a working script you can speak out loud, adapt to your situation, and keep using beyond these first days. Nothing flowery, nothing theatrical, just clean language that matches real actions. Start with a simple daily flow that takes about 10 minutes. 1 minute to breathe and settle. 3 minutes to speak thanks. 4 minutes to voice requests paired with the step you'll take today. 1 minute to seal it with gratitude. 1 minute to write the shortest possible summary. Consistency matters more than length. If you miss a morning, do it at lunch. If you miss lunch, do it before bed. Showing up is the point. Use short prompts to avoid rambling. For gratitude, say exactly what has helped you keep going or what you're relieved to have avoided. For requests, state the outcome, the boundary, the amount, or the appointment you need. For commitments, name one action you will take within 24 hours. For the seal, thank God for hearing you and for the strength to follow through. The notebook entry can be a single line. Asked for X, committed to Y, deadline Z. That line is a receipt. Over weeks, a stack of receipts becomes evidence. Here are ready-to-use scripts you can read aloud and personalize. Keep the tone steady and conversational. Health and energy. Thank you for the protection over my body and mind. I am asking for steady recovery in my name the issue, clarity in my treatment plan, and deep, restorative sleep. I will schedule the follow-up today. Complete the exercises my provider recommended, drink water through the day, and walk for 15 minutes after work. Thank you for giving me discipline and progress. Finances and work. Thank you for income, skill, and protection from unnecessary losses. I am asking for a path to remove. Name the debt. An open door for a role that matches my abilities and values, and the wisdom to manage what I earn. I will review every expense tonight, cancel one non-essential subscription, and submit 2 tailored applications by Friday. Thank you for leading me toward solvency and good stewardship. Relationships and repair. Thank you for people who care for me and for the lessons that have made me wiser. I am asking for reconciliation where it is healthy, closure where it is necessary, and courage to communicate with honesty and boundaries. I will request a calm conversation, own my part without excuses, and respect limits if the answer is not now. Thank you for protecting my peace and guiding my words. Guidance and decisions. Thank you for keeping me from paths that would harm me. I am asking for clarity about name the choice, red flags I won't ignore, and green lights I won't delay. I will write a simple pros and cons list, gather one trusted perspective, and set a deadline for my decision. Thank you for helping me choose with a clear mind. Focus and discipline. Thank you for the chance to begin again. I am asking for order in my day, attention for the work that matters, and resilience when distractions show up. I will set a 90-minute focus block, silence notifications, complete one high-leverage task, and check messages afterward. Thank you for strengthening my follow-through. Opportunity and visibility. Thank you for every closed door that saved me time. I am asking for the right introduction, a platform suited to my message, and favor with decision-makers whose values align with mine. I will finish a one-page summary of my work, share it with a mentor, and practice the pitch until it's natural. Thank you for opening the door I'm ready to walk through. If you prefer even tighter lines, use this structure. Thank you, ask, act, seal. For example, thank you for today. I ask for clarity in this meeting. I will prepare 3 points and 2 questions. Thank you for guiding the outcome. Short lines are easier to repeat under pressure and harder to forget when your day gets loud. Because your words and your actions travel together, pair each request with a micro-commitment you can succeed at today. Success builds trust with yourself, and trust builds momentum. Think in 24-hour windows. Big goals become a series of steps. Schedule the call, clean the spreadsheet, draft the email, complete the module, pack the gym clothes, set the alarm. You are not trying to win the year in a morning. You are building a daily rhythm that cannot be knocked over by a tough afternoon. To keep yourself honest, use simple checkpoints. At the end of each day, answer 3 questions in 1 or 2 sentences. What did I say? What did I do? What changed? If nothing changed yet, add, what is tomorrow's smallest next step? This is not a performance review. It's a flashlight. It reveals where you are strong and where you are avoiding. If the same task keeps slipping, make it smaller or schedule it earlier. Guard your voice. Speak where it counts. Save your explanations for rooms where decisions are made, not for comment sections or group chats that drain you. If someone presses you for details you're not ready to share, try calm lines that close the loop. I'll share results when they land. I'm working a plan and staying focused. Thanks for understanding. You are not withholding to be evasive. You are protecting a process that needs quiet to grow. Protect your environment with a few small rules. Charge your phone away from the bed so your first words each morning are your own, not responses to a feed. Keep a water bottle on your desk to reduce impulsive snack trips that break your focus. Put your speaking notebook and pen in the same visible place every day. Sit in the same chair at the same time to reduce decision fatigue. These small anchors keep you from negotiating with yourself. Now widen your view beyond 3 days to a 15-day runway that compounds the effect. Days 1 through 3 establish your rhythm. Days 4 through 6 repeat it, and add 1 hour of deep work on your most important project. Days 7 through 9 include a review of your finances and calendar to align plans with reality. Days 10 through 12 shift attention to relationships, honest check-ins, clear invitations, or necessary boundaries. Days 13 through 15 consolidate. Ship something, submit something, or close a loop you opened at the start. Here's a plain timeline you can copy into your notes and check off. Day 1. Gratitude. Define 3 micro-commitments. Do one immediately. Day 2. Gratitude. Name 3 precise requests. Pair each with 1 action. Day 3. Gratitude. Seal. Schedule a review for Day 6. Day 4. Repeat. Plus 60 minutes on 1 deep task. Day 5. Repeat. Send 1 message that moves your goal forward. Day 6. Repeat. Review outcomes, adjust requests or actions. Day 7. Repeat. List all expenses and upcoming dates. Day 8. Repeat. Cancel 1 non-essential cost. Set 1 auto payment. Day 9. Repeat. Draft a 2-week cash flow or time block plan. Day 10. Repeat. Schedule a conversation you've avoided. Day 11. Repeat. Give a clean yes or no to 1 lingering ask. Day 12. Repeat. Practice a boundary line and use it once. Day 13. Repeat. Finish and send 1 tangible deliverable. Day 14. Repeat. Archive or delete stale tasks that no longer fit. Day 15. Repeat. Write a 1-page summary of progress and next steps. If you run into friction, use a quick troubleshoot. When motivation dips, switch to the smallest possible step that still counts. When fear spikes, label it out loud and shrink the time frame. For the next 10 minutes, I will. When you feel unqualified, trade the thought, "I can't do this," for "I am learning this skill." And pick a tutorial or a single rep you can complete today. When a door closes, say, "Not this path," and list 2 alternatives immediately. You keep moving because you prepared yourself to pivot. Let's tackle a few sensitive areas with clean language, so you aren't tempted to drift into either silence or arguments. If you need to ask for a raise, write an evidence-based line you can speak calmly. I'm grateful for the chance to contribute. Over the last 6 months, I delivered 3 measurable outcomes. I'm requesting an adjustment to specific amount or range to reflect that scope. I'm ready to discuss how to continue delivering at this level. If you need to end an unhealthy pattern, use a boundary line that is not a threat, but a standard. I'm available for respectful conversations. If this becomes shouting or insults, I will pause and resume later. If you need to decline an invitation that conflicts with your focus, thanks for thinking of me. I'm committed elsewhere right now, so I'll pass. Because repetition can become empty, refresh your declarations weekly. Keep the structure. Change the nouns and verbs. Clarity can become a signed offer with a start date. Health can become consistent labs within target range. Provision can become $300 reduced from debt this month. Precision prevents drift. It also keeps you honest about what you are truly pursuing. You may be tempted to share every update with everyone. Resist the urge. Share selectively with people who are invested in your growth and steady enough not to compete with it. Ask for accountability from one person who respects your boundaries and your timing. Send them your 3 daily commitments once a week, not every hour. Build reliability, not dependence. Expect some days to feel flat. That's normal. Treat those days like a maintenance run. Complete your minimums, don't add extras, and get some rest. Overcompensating when you're tired leads to sloppy work and short tempers. Sustainability beats spurts. The habit you keep on an average day will carry you further than the sprint you post on a perfect day. If your work involves creativity, add a small practice that keeps your mind fresh. Read 5 pages from a book outside your field. Copy by hand a paragraph whose clarity you admire. Take a short walk without headphones and return with one sentence that captures a useful idea. Speak that sentence, then file it where you can find it later. Creativity grows in attentive people who gather before they publish. When you feel proud of progress, express it without inflation. I kept my promise to myself this week. I sent the application I avoided. I finished the call even though I was nervous. Humble pride is fuel. Boasting drains you and invites distractions. Keep your center. Let the result speak when it arrives. For those handling grief or long recovery, keep the expectations kind. Your declarations can be as simple as, "Help me finish today's essentials." "Give me one moment of joy I can notice," and "Protect my rest." Your commitments can be, eat a proper meal, take a short walk, call one trusted person, or write 3 lines. Healing is work. Your voice can lighten the load by removing judgment and keeping the day simple. If faith language is new to you, you can still follow the structure. Replace "Thank you, God" with "I'm grateful for." Replace "I ask" with "I intend and I will do." Replace "I seal" with "I commit to continue tomorrow." The discipline still works. Gratitude focuses attention, clear requests set direction, and closing with thanks stabilizes your mood. Over time, many people rediscover faith through practice that proves itself. Because life includes other people's choices, remember what your voice can and cannot do. You can ask with clarity. You cannot control another's response. You can set boundaries. You cannot make someone respect them, but you can enforce them by stepping back. You can declare financial order. You must also do math. You can ask for health. You must also follow care plans. Your words point your feet. Your feet still have to move. A simple weekly review keeps the wider plan coherent. Block 30 minutes on the same day each week, preferably before your week starts. Look at your notes. Circle 3 outcomes that matter next week. Drop them into your calendar as non-negotiable appointments with yourself. If your week is already overloaded, remove something. Overbooking is a silent form of self-sabotage. Give your important work room to breathe. When a significant win lands, an offer, an approval, a clean report, pause long enough to mark it. Speak thanks. Note the steps that led to it. Share the news with the right people. Then ask, what does this win require of me next? Every door leads to a hallway. Good stewardship keeps momentum. If criticism comes as you rise, let your response be your work. You don't have to clap back or compose a thread. You can say, "Noted," and keep going. Vindication through consistent output is more durable than any defense. Quiet excellence is hard to argue with. As you close each night, reduce your next morning's friction. Lay out your clothes, set out your notebook, fill your water, decide your first task. Future you will be grateful you removed 4 micro-decisions before breakfast. These quiet choices are an extension of your voice. They say, "I'm serious about this." If you want a portable script for moments when your nerves spike right before a meeting, interview, or tense conversation, use this pocket line. Steady breath, clear words, one truthful message. Repeat it while you inhale for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 6. You will enter calmer. Calm helps you hear. Hearing helps you respond instead of react. Because you asked for a professional, ready-to-deliver format, here is a compact, camera-ready sequence you can read on set or in your room, keeping the same ground we've covered. Open with thanks in 2 sentences. Thank you for protection and the chance to begin again today. Thank you for the help I didn't see, and the strength I did not manufacture. State 3 requests and the matching actions. I'm asking for clarity in this decision. I will draft the options and set a deadline. I'm asking for provision to settle this bill. I will contact the provider, propose a plan, and remove one non-essential cost. I'm asking for peace in this conversation. I will listen first, speak plainly, and keep my boundary. Seal with quiet gratitude. Thank you for hearing me. I will do my part. I trust you with what I cannot control. Write one line in your notebook. Said X, doing Y. Next check Z. That's it. Simple enough to repeat. Strong enough to move your life forward in steady steps. As you continue this work, you'll notice new steadiness in how you speak to yourself. That is not an accident. You are becoming someone whose words and actions match. That integrity is the real engine of change. It makes you reliable to yourself, which is where confidence actually comes from. If you want a final checklist, you can screenshot and keep. Speak daily. Gratitude. Requests. Plus action. Gratitude seal. Act daily. One micro commitment done before noon. Record daily. One line receipt. Review weekly. 3 priorities. Calendar them. Protect focus. One 90-minute deep block. No notifications. Guard voice. Share results, not drafts. With the right people. Adjust kindly. Shrink steps when tired. Expand when strong. Persist quietly. Let outcomes answer what debates cannot. You do not need perfect conditions. You need a voice you trust and a plan you actually use. You have both within reach. Each day you show up, you reinforce a new identity. A person who says what matters, does the next right thing, and keeps going. That kind of person changes a household, a team, a business, a community, sometimes without fanfare, always with impact. So, continue. Keep your 3-day cadence as a daily rhythm. Extend it into your 15-day runway. Renew it each month with small refinements. Speak what you believe, ask for what you need, commit to what you will do, and seal it with thanks. Results will accumulate quietly, then obviously. When they do, you won't have to announce it. Your life will.